Right. Good evening, Team Expansion guys. Welcome on this Sunday evening. You know, we are so excited. We've been waiting the whole week for this call. You know, Sally and I have met this individual numerous times, and he's one of my heroes in the business. I've absolute massive respect for this individual, and I cannot wait to get him on the call. But before we do that, let me just do a quick little introduction, because right now, he's actually at the Go IMD training in North Carolina. He stepped up for 30 minutes just to share some time with us, so we are super grateful for that. He's also a passionate New York City drummer, a musician. He is also a Jamaican American, which I guess makes him Jamaican. He'll probably tell you that. In 2012, he was also laid off from his job, living in his mother's basement with his wife, Sarah, and literally down on his luck and fortune. And, you know, he saw WorldVentures through a friend of his, and literally 5 years later, he hit the rank of International Marketing Director. He's also a 100K ring earner, which means he's earned about 1.5 million Rand in the last 12 months alone. And he's also a proud dad to his new little boy, Kingston. So congratulations. And, you know, he's also referred to as a talent scout, a lifestyle creator, and the founder of Team Empire Global in New York City. I'm so excited, guys, to have this iconic leader on the call right now. And on behalf of Team Expansion, I want to give a massive welcome to Derron Walker. Derron, are you available, my brother?
Andrew, can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear.
What is going on? Hey, Sally. Hey, Andrew. How are you guys doing? What's going on? What is going on, South Africa?
Awesome. So Derron, you know, we've got some excited people on the call, and thank you so much for jumping out of the Go IMD training. Now, the reason why I asked you on the call, because I hopped onto one of your Facebook Lives about 2-3 weeks ago, and you were talking about adversity, not only in business, but in personal life. And for me, it was just such a real call, because or Facebook Live from you, because so many people only see the success and they don't see what you go through and their cycles. So I wanted you to just quickly share your story and talk about that, particularly since your Facebook Live that you did about 2-3 weeks ago.
Okay, absolutely. Well, everybody, first of all, it's amazing to be on this call. It's amazing to be on this call with all of you right now. It's an honor and pleasure. You know, Sally and Andrew, you guys have been such a blessing to my family and I, and just amazing to become friends with you guys. But yeah, you know, my wife and I saw WorldVentures 7 years ago, March 3rd, 2012. No one in my family has done anything entrepreneurial. We don't come from a business background or anything like that. We were just people looking for a life that we can own our lives. And a lot of things have changed now recently in the last couple of years, especially now that we have had our son. He's a year and a half now. And when we saw this, we had to learn from scratch, like many of you guys on here right now. You know, we had to figure out how to make this thing work, but we knew it was worth it. And so, you know, we were able to have, you know, decent, fast success. We were able to waive our fees and, you know, get our money back in 48 hours, hit the BMW qualification at that time in 14 days. was able to hit senior representative in 6 weeks, then director in 5 months, marketing director in 10, and just kind of continued to move forward. But, you know, there was a lot of adversity, and there was a lot of, you know, trials and tribulations. But now we kind of realize that when it comes to adversity, we believe that we're not being picked on, we've been picked. You know, we believe that sometimes when things come up in front of us, you know, and they seem tough, it's only because, you know, those are the things that we need to go through to get to the next level, to achieve that level and that lifestyle that we have. So, Sally, I'm honestly not sure which Facebook Live exactly you're speaking on. If you can give me a little bit more, because I do quite a bit of those. I do quite a lot of Facebook Lives, but, you know, when it comes to adversity and stuff, it's all a part of the journey. You know, we smile in the face of adversity, and I say that humbly. We're grateful for adversity. You know, we really are grateful for what it looks like to get from where we were to where we are. It's all about the testimony. You know, we always say that there is no, you know, testimony without the test. So you've got to go through things, grow through things to get to the next level. And the last 7 years, that's exactly what this has been. It's been growth. You know, we've learned a lot. We've failed. We've won. We've failed. We've won. But the one thing that we've never done is we've never quit. And you see, you know, if some of you guys were just on here, you had my brother from another mother, Darren Dix, was just on here sharing his heart, sharing you guys what could be. But I remember meeting Darren before he made all that money. You know, he was a guy that, you know, just wanted more for his family. And, you know, he's stuck it out and done it long enough for people to win around him as well as his family to win. So that's what this thing really is. It's a platform for people to be able to get themselves to the next level and the people around them, guys.
Awesome, awesome. Derron, you know, I'm so stoked to have you on this call. You know, I've met you a couple of times in trainings. We'll talk about that just now. But we were actually at our boot camp this year, and I remember Don Morton was on stage, and he was actually talking about the story when he actually came out to your house. And as he was leaving, he got on the phone and he phoned Byron Schrag, and he said, "I think I just found me my ace." And the reason why he said that is because he said that you just visualized your vision board and your goals pasted all around your house. And I remember when you did an RT training here in South Africa, your phone kept buzzing, and every time you pulled your phone out, you kept looking at it, and it was actually your alarm affirmations. And little did I know, a year after meeting you, I got exactly the same thing. So I wanted to talk to you. You're so big on goals, you're so big on affirmation, you call all this into your life, and you got the success because of your programming. Why don't you just talk us through the importance for people on the call that are just getting started, you know, as to the affirmations that they should talk about, and also some goal setting as well?
Absolutely. I mean, listen, like I said, I don't come from business background. I don't come from a family that is wealthy or, you know, taught us how to be entrepreneurs or what it looks like to do business. I don't come from any of that. So I realize when you talk about some big names in this company, like a Don Morton, like a Byron Schrag, like a Sachin Governor, like a, you know, Johnny Wimbrey or a Matt Morris or Jefferson Santos. And if you're new and you don't know who these guys are, that's okay. These people are multi-millionaires because of this company, you know, and this lifestyle, you know. And, you know, when I realized that I was just starting brand new, when I saw WorldVentures, I was living in my mother's basement. I got laid off from the job I was working with at a hospital with 13 to 17 at-risk kids the same day I got laid off. So if I was going to put myself in the same arena of these people, I realized that there's nothing I could do to catch up for them with time. But I knew that when they were in the shower, I could be working. When they were sleeping, I could be working. When they were eating, I could be working. And I realized that I needed to set goals up for myself and my family and my mind, because one, when you put goals up, first you have to actually physically, when you put goals on your wall and you put affirmations on your phone, I really believe that the world will respond to how you treat it. You know, so it's not the thing, it's your mindset towards it. If you don't have goals and dreams, then how could you expect any type of success? So when you actually take the time to think about your goals, what you want it to look like, have vision, how many days from right now to the next event, what do you want to happen, how many people are going to join your team, what kind of organization, really map it out. Do you think that McDonald's doesn't have a plan? Do you think that Amazon doesn't have a plan? Do you think that Apple doesn't have a plan? There's no way that they became billion-dollar companies by chance. Uber was a plan, and it was an executed plan. So my goals and my affirmations is a plan. You don't just hit international marketing director. You see it, you meet people that have done it, and then you decide if you want to do it. Then you set a plan. You set a plan in place. And so when we do affirmations, there's a couple of the key points why we do them, but one of the main reasons why we do it is, one, in order for me to have caught up to a lot of these leaders that I now call colleagues, now I get to raise my son around some of these iconic, abundant leaders, to raise my family around some of these leaders. In order for that to happen, in order to catch them, I had to collapse time frames. And yes, it's working like you're broke. Yes, it's hard work, dedication, and perseverance, but it's also course correcting your mind on where you're going to go, the steps that you take. I wanted to make sure if I was going to get there fast, that I took smart steps. I didn't want to be a ping pong ball in the ocean. I wanted to be a cruise ship going as fast as I could. And I can go through any type of storm, no matter what, because I was course corrected and going through the right steps. Another thing is when you work on your goals, when you're working on your goals, you take time to have a notebook, you take time to create things and put them up on the wall, post-its, like you guys have goals behind you. When you take time to do that and then you put it up, first you work on your goals, then your goals start working on you. You have to understand how this thing works. Everyone has up days. Everyone has down days. Everyone feels like doing it sometimes, and everyone feels like not doing it sometimes. The difference between the successful people and the unsuccessful people is the successful people have set their lifestyle up that when they don't feel like doing it, they have reasons why to do it anyway. So I call it know thyself. Every single place in my house, on the door, in the bathroom, on the ceiling, in the mirror, everywhere I went, on my steering wheel, had my goals. So if I didn't feel like doing it sometimes, it didn't matter because I had reasons to remind me, okay, why I wanted to do it. People say I'm doing this for my kids, and then you get your feelings hurt 2 times, and then you stop. Well, it's not just because you're lazy, which some of you are, and it's not just because you don't have drive, which some of you don't. For the people that aren't lazy and they still do have drive, you have to understand, you have to prepare yourself for all types of terrain. I tell my team this all the time. Some of them listen, some of them don't. But the craziest thing about the devil is when he sneaks up on you, he doesn't have footsteps. And since I know that, I prepare for him. He's not going to just sneak up on me. Because this is what I learned about the devil. The devil will sneak up on you and I, but when they see that I'm prepared for my goals and dreams, he'll leave me alone because he's lazy. He doesn't want to work hard on me because I have set up parameters around me, from my phone alarms, okay, from how my walls look, from the affirmations to what I listen to, and now most importantly, who I surround myself with. I don't allow everybody around me. I don't allow everyone around my wife, and I definitely don't make me throw this laptop across the room. Don't let everybody around my son. If you're gonna come around my son, there is an absolute bar. There is a limit, and I'm not better than anybody else, but I understand. This is someone told me. Good parents have good kids and they're good for the society. Bad parents have bad kids and they're bad for the society. If I'm going to be here and bring another life into this world, I want to be iconic for the society. And it's not just, who you are and what you have in your brain and your heart. It's the surroundings, the parameters that you set around yourself. I treat myself and my family like we're Apple. This is on purpose. We're not playing. This is not a game. WorldVentures is a gift. And if you squander a gift, someone else will take it and take it to the next level. So, we haven't even talked about doing a presentation. We haven't talked about leadership. We haven't talked about what it takes to be able to become a person other people want to follow. This is simple. Sit down, get a pen and paper, and write out your goals and dream as if you couldn't fail. Dream as if you could have anything in the world. What are your goals and your dreams? And I want you to write it out and think about it and see it clearly and have a passionate vision to what you think that should be. Who do you want to bring? What do you want it to look like? What type of family do you want to have from 2 to 5 years from right now? What kind of bank account do you want to have? How much do you want to give back? How do you want your children to be? Start to dream like these things can happen to you. See, most people, they just kind of do what they did yesterday and the day before, okay, because that's what they're used to doing. I'm finding that it's hard to find dreamers because they're surrounded by a bunch of non-dreamers. So once this company told me that it was okay to dream and believe, I started to live my life as if I deserved the blessings that God had in store for me. And I just did that until people started to really believe. The affirmations are just course corrections. I started to learn okay, that if I wanted something different in life, it wasn't just going to happen. If I wanted something different in life, I had to be my own Picasso. You know, I had to paint the vision for myself. You know, you paint the vision for yourself and you paint it big enough. Here's the big thing about your vision. When you paint it big enough to fit others in it. Okay. And so when we did the goals and we dreams, we paint the vision big enough to fit other people in it. Okay, we're at Go IMD and Davey Lois said people are talking about self-made, self-made millionaires. So there's self-made millionaires, but I don't know one millionaire that's made it by themselves. Okay, you can be a self-made millionaire, but you didn't become a millionaire by yourself. You've got to bring people with you. And if you're going to bring people with you, you've got to have a plan. You know, people have to want to follow you. They have to, want to like you. And if you get around my team and figure out, like, when people really get to know me, I'm actually a really introverted type of person. I'm actually a person that doesn't want to be in the limelight and out there. It's kind of uncomfortable for me, right? But this is not about me. You know, I put myself in certain situations and settings that I know that I could be most of value to people. And if I was going to be most of value to people and help people at the highest level, well, then I had to sit my ass down and write out some goals. You know, I had to sit down and figure out what it looked like. And then what I realized is, man, sometimes the bigger the goal, the bigger the blessing. Oh, man, you should have seen our first apartment. We were so broke. But you know what? We had enough money to get construction paper and plastic bags. And, I took Sarah's black lipstick, wrote all over the bathroom mirror. I mean, we terrorized that place. That place was inked up. We tattooed that place with our goals and our dreams. We literally took the TV from my mom's house. We never even plugged it in. We haven't had cable since 2012. All right. We took a blanket. We put it over that. We took paper and we put our goals. We are IMDs. We cycle 150 times a week. Jesus loves us. Successful people want to be around us. Our future children are amazing. People want to be around us. Our team is ranking up. Money attracts us easily. The devil stays away. I mean, we put these goals out to have things happen. A lot of people have zero goals and they complain that they have zero success. And it's annoying, but I just nod and smile.
She's my brother. You absolutely nailed that. You spoke with such passion. Thank you.
So, Derron, you are at Go IMD training right now. We are literally 32 days away from the View from the Edge Africa 2019. And I know that there's a lot of people that haven't booked their tickets. What have you got to say to somebody that is even contemplating not even going to training?
I mean, if you're going to contemplate going to training, then obviously you need to contemplate the success that you're willing to have in this business. Okay, if you're gonna contemplate whether you're gonna go around the people that have the life that you aspire to have, and I tell people all the time, listen, I've been doing this for 7 years, and one thing I'm tired of is trying to convince another grown man or woman that they deserve life. I still do it, but I do it a little bit differently, right? I have a son now, so I need energy for him too. So I put my energy in the right places. If somebody wants to win and they will do the things that need to be done before I even have to ask them to do it, then I'll go to war. I'll go to bat for you. My people know that, right? But if I have to convince you to be the person that you need to be, well, if you're going to argue for your limitations, then you can keep them, okay? And so this is what it is, though. I want to give grace in this sense right here. Let me give grace to this. Some people don't know what they don't know. And also, let's say that the View is a certain amount of money and you're not sure how you can do it. Well, listen, you got 32 days. And when we say you're not being picked on, you've been picked. See, this is the thing. You want to hit marketing director and you already have the outfit picked out and the song. You already have the outfit picked out. You already have the song picked out. You already know how much money you want to make. But you're contemplating if you're going to get to the event. See, it doesn't make sense. You have to know in the next 32 days from right now until when the View happens, the obstacles that get in your way are the test to get you to the next level. You can't pray for strength and complain when God puts weight on you. I got people in this place that I'm in right now. Right now, I got my team. We're doing a team thing, but you guys asked me to do this and I wanted to get on for you guys. I love my South African family. And I got people that are here right now that just told me before this call that they had a really hard time getting to Go IMD where we are in North Carolina. They were only able to come for one day because of the situation. Guess what? They showed up. what people think is that the hard time is because, you know, and they don't like the feeling. But what I know is you're not going to get from director to marketing director or marketing director to RMD or RMD to IMD without hard times. It has to happen if you want the next level. If you want to get to the next level, you're going to be tested. You're either going into a storm, in a storm, or coming out of a storm. So I just want to let you know, though, whatever it is you're going through, the view, when you get there, that is when you're going to learn the lessons. I mean, this is my 7th Go IMD training. And last night, some of my mentors, but now my peers as well, they asked me to close the event yesterday, okay? So let me tell you why this is a big deal. There's, I don't know, 300 people, 350 people at this Go IMD, whatever the number is. And in 7 years, I think I've spoken at the Go IMDs the last 4 years. So to God be the glory. I'm very grateful for that. But to close the event, you know, there's always like a Byron or a Troy or a Martin or a Jeff or a Dave Uloa that'll close it, right? Because let's say even if it's a good event, the worst thing that could ever happen is if you have an iconic event at a leadership event like this, like the View, and then somebody comes up at the end and they don't do a good job because they're not experienced enough, and then people go home not having the feeling or making a decision to own their lives. You understand that, right?
Yeah.
That would be train wreck. That cannot happen. Why? Because this is not just about money and travel. These are people's lives. Hello? If you're on this Zoom right now and you think that we're on here just for money and just for travel, you need to wake up. You're on here because if you keep living the life you're living right now and you're not where you want to be, one day you have to explain to your kids why you didn't do what needed to get done. It's important to understand the position that we're in. So it took me 7 years for them to ask me to close this event. Mind you, most people don't know that my passion is not speaking. Speaking is not something I like to do. Speaking is something that I do because God gave me this gift to bless people for his kingdom. The reason why I tell you this story is I've never missed a View in my life. I've never missed a boot camp. I've never missed a momentum. I've never missed a United. See, last night, closing the event wasn't because I'm good at this. It's because I was prepared for this. It's preparation. So I understand the View is not, you know, no little amount of change. And you might be brand new saying, Darren, I don't know how I'm going to get to this event. That's cool. Let me ask you a question. If you don't get to this event, what do you have going on outside of this company and outside of this team? There's literally almost 600 people right now listening to me from South Africa and all over this continent. Every single one of you that are listening to my voice right now, if you don't make this work, what are you going to do? You're going to go spend time driving to a place, taking a train, walking, taking a bus to go work a job just to make ends meet until you die? You see, but when I first started this, I completely did not believe in any of this. I'm like, man, they using this money. I thought they were up to something. But then I realized I had to take WorldVentures off trial and put myself on trial. It was my limiting beliefs. It was my limiting beliefs that were stopping me from getting to the next level. It was my limiting beliefs that wasn't allowing me to have vision on why the event needs to happen. Listen, I'm in the United States. I've been to Africa 4 times. I've been blessed to train in Durban. I've been blessed to train in Cape Town. I've been blessed to train in Johannesburg twice. And it's been an amazing time every single time. So this is what you have that we lack. You have desire. See, because you have less where you guys are from, you're hungry. You're hungry. You're hungrier than a lot of the people that I'm around. I love how hungry you are. But what we have is the resources. So we have the resources, you have the drive. But there are people here with the resources that still find a way to be driven. And there are people there with the drive that still find a way to be resourceful. Don't tell me you don't have the money to get to the View. You've just lost vision. It's not about the resources. It's your drive and your mind. You know, and some people want to settle. They're okay with saying, you know, to the next event. No big deal. They're okay with saying, you know, I tried my best. Well, guess what? When you see me and my baby, don't walk near me if you have that type of mindset. I'm going to pick my baby up. I'm going to kiss my baby all over his face. And you say, oh, Derron, is that Kingston? I see him on the Facebook. Can I hold him? Hell nah. To the nah. Don't touch my baby. Now, if you have, I don't care what rank you're at.
Yeah.
But if you're like some of the people that I have around me right now that didn't know how they were going to make it this weekend, but they found a way, you'd come around my baby. Because it's not about the rank. It's about who you are and the drive that you have and your desire. We're leading people. We're leading other people. And in order for us to lead other people, we have to do the things that other people are not willing to do to get to the levels that we want to.
Absolutely. I just want to touch on, you mentioned next level. I just want to share something with you. You don't realize what an impact it had. You know, Sally and I, we got stuck at marketing director for 2 years, and we just couldn't seem to burst that bubble. And it took a blessing from you to send a video, which was literally less than a minute, to say, Andrew and Sally, the reason why you haven't hit RMD is because you're not ranking up, your team is not ranking up. And it took a simple act like that to jolt us into action to get us to the next level. My question to you on the call right now, Derron, there's somebody on this call right now is in exactly the same position that we were at, where they've just plateaued out a rank. No matter what they do, they're so despondent, they can't seem to rank up. What advice would you have to speak directly into that person onto the call right now?
All right. Well, first of all, I mean, when I sent you guys that video, I'm just telling you, I'm glad that you guys did what you needed to do to rank up. That 60-second video with getting you from marketing director to RMD, I take zero credit. You had to do what it took to lead yourself and your team to get to that next level. I'm proud of you and I appreciate the love, but I want to tell you, I take zero credit. If that video helped you realize what you needed to do, that's really what it is. You already had it in you. You just needed to find the reason why. And because you've gained respect for me, which I'm so grateful and humbled for, that video helps you get to the next level. And if you're on here right now, let me tell you about what's going on in leadership. It's called leadership, right? And so all of us have this happen. You might be a senior rep, you might be a director, you might be a marketing director, R&D, and you're stuck like you guys said, you were stuck for 2 years. Can you hear me?
100%.
Okay, so wherever it is that you are, okay, and you're stuck at the level that you are, this is what happens. And it took me a little while to learn this and understand this. When people see an international marketing director or even an RMD and above, they think that person or those people, they believe because they're winning and they have people on their team that are winning, that they don't go through hard times. I can't tell you how many times from RMD to IMD, I felt terrible while building this. Now, it wasn't long periods of time. What I mean is frustrated. What I mean is didn't know what to do next or didn't know how to do it next. Here's the difference. I kept building as if I was winning anyway. Here's the secret. When it doesn't feel good, build it like it does feel good. When you feel like you've called every single person that you can, and you don't know who to call next, make your next 100 calls like everyone's going to say yes. You see, I tell people all the time, Denzel Washington gets paid $30 million a movie to pretend that he's someone that he's not. Can you trick your mind to act as if you feel good when you feel terrible? Now, it's not easy, and I don't always succeed with it, but I succeed enough to get myself in the right frame of mind, because I realized that, Marcus says this all the time. Trust your training, not your emotions. You not feeling good or feeling stuck is an emotional reaction to what's going on in your situation, but nothing lasts forever. The reason why people fail is because when they don't feel good, they stop. They build their business seasonally when it feels good. Success is cyclical. It feels good sometimes and it feels bad sometimes. It feels good sometimes, it feels bad sometimes. It feels good sometimes, it feels bad sometimes. You feel confident sometimes, you can't stand something. It's like a marriage. I love my wife, but there's sometimes I look at her, I'm like, I don't know if I love you right now. Love you, pretty. She's somewhere here, right? But Byron Schrag told me this a long time ago, and it changed everything about my life, not just in business life. Love is a decision, not an emotion. People are stuck different levels because they're being emotional. They're flirting with the business when it doesn't feel good. They're getting ready to divorce their business because sometimes it doesn't feel good. Let me tell you, Sarah and I have had some ups and downs. We've seen not eye to eye, but the words divorce is not in the playground, okay? It gets hard sometimes, but it should get hard because they keep sending you money every 15th of the month for things that you've done in the past. How many trips have you been on? How many things, even if you're making no money, you've been on no trips, this company's changed your life, okay? So you have to understand, if you're stuck in a place, you're not being picked on, you've been picked. At least you're stuck somewhere moving forward. This business is a mountain. You grow to it. It does not bend to you, okay? You have to understand that you have to deserve for people want to listen to you. You have to deserve for people to want to follow you. You have to deserve for someone want to hear you speak. You have to deserve for someone want you to be around their kids. It's not, you have to earn it. It's not going to just happen. So if you feel stuck, congratulations. At least you're stuck moving forward. I'm happy for you. You know, I don't tell this to my team all the time because I'm kind of crazy in my mind and they wouldn't like to hear it. But sometimes they call me with my problems and I listen to them, but I'm smiling in my heart. I'm like so joyful that some of the pain I watch them go through. Why? Because I understand that God only puts people in pain that are worthy of that type of pain. And on the other side of it, I mean, there's just iconic abundance. Right now, my son has had molars, 3 molars pop through the bottom of his mouth in the last 7 days. Why? Because he needs teeth, because without teeth, you can't eat, and without food, you die. It's a part of the process. You have to go through pain. Now let's talk about what's on the other side. My son's been on 42 flights in 16 months. Half of those flights have been first class. We just took him and 500 of our friends to Cabo last week, okay? That was his 4th stamp on his passport. I'm doing the regionals in Romania in September in a couple of days. That'll be his 5th. My son's got more stamps on his passport than a lot of you listening to me right now, okay? He's traveling all over the world. We're going to bring him to Australia for damn near 30 days at the end of this year. And this is not to impress you. You don't even know me. This is to impress upon you. Once God gave me the ability to believe in the life that my family deserved to live, I mean, it's unquenchable. And it's not just unquenchable for the people, for my family and I. I'm hungrier than ever to help every other person that wants to win in life get there too. And there's 2 reasons why. The selfish reason is because I want to create a world for my son that if I'm not around, at least I helped inspire people around me to push themselves to be better. So if they cross by his path, at least he'll be around other people that have got an example of way to live. That's the one reason. That's the selfish reason. The selfless reason is because human being, you have iconic abundance in you. You're living in the common land. You're living in the land right now where everyone around you is scared to dream. This call is supposed to inspire you that you can be uncommon and dream a little more. Travel all over the world with your kids. You know, we decided to bring Sarah and Kingston to go IMD like 2 days before it happened. Got a house, threw some people in it, and now right now, there's like 15. Oh, what up, Rich? Hey, tell me how y'all doing. God bless you. There's like 15 people in the house right now. You know, just family shipping. Look at what we get to do. What are we talking about? We're talking about people pulling themselves out of where they are to where they can be so everyone around them can live a better life. Listen, the currency for freedom is hard work, dedication, and perseverance. If you want this to be easy, stay at your job. But your job is not easy because you hate it. It's mentally taxing. You don't want to be there. Even if you tell me you love your job, would you do it for the next 90 days for free? No, you wouldn't. You would not. But I tell you right now, if Marcus had told me for the next 90 days, he'll fly me around to speak to people about changing their lives for free, I would do it gladly, just as long as I could bring my son and my wife.
Mr. Walker, you are iconic. So once again, thank you from Team Expansion Worldwide, and so much for taking time out with us this afternoon. I know it's afternoon where you are, and just God bless you, your family, and your entire iconic team out there in the USA. Thanks, Derron. We appreciate you.
My family's all over. Let me have you guys say hi real quick. We got people all over here right now.
Hey, guys, all the way from South Africa. How there?
All right. Love you guys. God bless you. How's it? All right, Team Expansion Worldwide. Love you guys. God bless you. And we'll see you soon, okay?
Thanks, Derron. It's been an absolute blessing having you on the call, my brother. Take care.
All right, take care. All right, take care. All right.
Awesome, team expansion, guys. Thanks so much. That's a wrap for today, and we'll be back next Sunday. Hope you found some nuggets out of that training call. Wasn't it amazing? You'd agree, right? Fantastic, guys. Have a great weekend, and we'll wish to see you guys on the cycle board. Ciao, ciao.